Alright, so today we're going to be looking at how to replace the lower control arm on your 2013 and newer Mazda CX-5. Now this procedure may apply to the newer models after 2016, so that's 2017 and above, but you may want to look into some more research if it's going to be exactly the same. I don't know because I own a 2013 CX-5, so this video is going to be specifically for the 2013 through 2016 Mazda cx-5s. So let's jump right into it here, you guys. Alright, so before I go into the procedure, do me a huge favor, you guys. Go and hit that like and subscribe button down below, you guys. You know, that really helps out the channel. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to loosen the 14mm nut that's holding this pinch bolt right here that actually is pinching the stem of the ball joint. Okay, so we're just going to use old school method here, just a regular ratchet here to go ahead and get that guy off. Alright, there we are. We got that bolt right out. Oh, by the way, before I go any further, I highly recommend that before you guys start doing any work, especially on a car that has some mileage on it, that you use something like this, some PB Blaster or some kind of WD-40. You want to pre-soak all of the nuts and bolts that you're going to loosen up for at least 5 to 10 minutes. That makes it a lot more easier. Next, you want to grab yourself something like this extension right here, as you can see. I can focus it right here in the camera. There we go. So it's a regular 3/8 socket extension. You want to go ahead and put that right here. And you want to go ahead and slightly tap the pinch bolt out of the pinch. After you tap that out, you can go ahead and pull the bolt out. Here's the other side to that. So before we tap the bolt out, now we can just pull it straight out. And there's your bolt. You can go ahead and keep your nut and bolt together so that way you don't lose it. And put it off to the side. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and spray some more lubricant on the shaft of the ball joint here. That way it'll help us to go ahead and extract it. Let that soak for a couple minutes, you guys. Okay, for this next step, you're going to actually have to separate the pinch, which is right here. You can see there's a gap right here. Now you can go ahead and use yourself like a robust flathead screwdriver. You can kind of get it in here like that, and you can actually widen the gap so that way the ball joint can just slip right out of that pinch joint right over there. But I have myself like this little crowbar, so I'm going to use this guy here, which is a little bit more robust. Not sponsored by Harbor Freight, but you know what the deal is. And we're going to use this to separate the pinch. Alright, so after wrestling with it for a little bit, I was able to get it to finally pop off, as you can see. And now it's nice and free. Okay, we'll go and move on to the next step here. Okay, in this next step, there's going to be a bolt here holding on to one of the joints here on the lower control arm. That's going to be a 19mm bolt. So you can go and use a socket for that, and a breaker bar. This is a 1/2 inch. So we'll go ahead and be sure we do that. Okay, once you got the bolt broken loose, you can go ahead and use a regular ratchet to take it all the way off. Right. there's that bolt. Put that off to the side. Next, we're going to work on this bolt here. This is a toughie, but we'll have to go ahead and get this one off. So, wow. I honestly don't know what the hell that was. Jeez. That thing is like... What was this stuff? I didn't spray that much oil in there. Holy shoot. Wow. What is this? It's like liquefied grease or something. Man, this thing's stained all over my arm. Look at this guy. Holy shoot. Well, it's a good thing I keep these cardboards under here. Another tip of advice, when you're working on your vehicles, always protect your pavement. Use a whole bunch of your Amazon cardboard boxes that you're going to throw away. That is amazing. It looks like water and grease just pooled up into this thread over here. And as I'm taking the bolt out, it's just, wow. Well, thankfully, the bolt itself is not rusted, so that's a good plus. Oh man, that caught me off guard. Alright. Well, with that being said, we'll put this off to the side and take the control arm out. So let's go and do that. Okay, so after that, there's going to be one more bolt, I think, to remove, and then we can go ahead and remove this guy. It's actually just going to be on the other side of this. So go ahead and get that guy off as well. Okay, just to show you that other bolt, it's right over here. Go ahead and work that thing on out. Okay, so once you got that last bolt out, now you can just work out your lower control arm. This thing does weigh at least about 25 pounds, you guys, so just go ahead and take it nice and easy. Now, my hub assembly is in the way. See, even I go ahead and push this down, I'm limited over here. I need to take this guy off. And then on the back over here, let me see if I can get back over here really quickly. And then back over here, right there, there's a tab that this mount for the lower control arm rear bushing slides into. So in essence, I need to pull that out of this tab, as well as pull the control arm this way to separate from the cross member there, from the frame, okay? But the only problem is that this is in my way right here, and I don't have much clearance. In other words, there's only so much I can push this guy down, okay? And it's already going to be bottoming out here. Alright, so there we go. We got the hub supported on this jack. We raised it up enough so that way we don't have to really bend down on this control arm and bind with the actual frame of the car while we're pulling it out. Now we should be able to just pull it straight out. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. May have to use something to pry out the back. Okay. Alright, so there we have it, you guys. You can see busted up ball joint, but in any case, that's how you remove your control arm from a 2013 Mazda cx-5. And with that, we'll go ahead and replace this guy. Okay, and we're going to go through that now.